Hello YouTube and welcome to part 1 of my series on how to stream. It's going to be mostly for Twitch TV, even though YouTube Gaming has recently been released at the point of this video. I'm going to be just giving you a general overview from my standpoint streaming to Twitch. I know that there will be a few variations when you stream to YouTube Gaming, but I'm just going to give you for part 1 here the parts, the basics, the run-of-the-mill stuff that you need to know before you start streaming. I've gotten a lot of questions about how I stream, what I do to stream, how I do what I do, and I'd love to share that with you guys. So I plan to do that over a couple parts. This one's just going to be basic information that you need to say, yes, I am able to stream, I can stream, and I would love to stream. So let's start off with what you're going to need. Well, you're going to need a camera. If you've seen my streams before, you know that I use both a DSLR and a Logitech C920 webcam. If you have the DSLR already in your possession, I highly suggest you use it because the Logitech C920 webcam is the best commercial grade webcam that they have on the market that you can just go out to Best Buy and purchase. And although it looks beautiful, there's nothing that beats the quality of a good DSLR, which is what you're seeing me use right now. So I've used both during my streams, and if you'd like me to do a video on how I use my DSLR, if you're curious and you own one or you're thinking of getting one, my camera is a Canon T3i. It's got a $600 price tag, so if you don't have it, don't need it, you can just get any webcam at Best Buy and it will more than suffice for what you need to do for streaming, at least to get you started. Now, microphone. Also, many variations. A lot of people have the headset microphones, which you probably already have if you game to some regard. You can use the webcam's microphone if your webcam has a microphone built in. I use the Blue Yeti with a shock mount and a mount that mounts it to my desk, so it's like right here, literally, but you can't see it because I'm strategic and put it off of the camera. And there's just many different ways that you can go using about a microphone. There's desktop microphones. The Blue Snowball is a good $50 option if you have a little bit of extra money to spend and you are okay spending that kind of money. The Blue Snowball is such a good microphone if you need just a quick, cheap USB audio interface to plug right into your computer, get picked up instantly, and just use right away for your Twitch streaming. Now, capture cards. If you're playing only PC gaming, there is no need for a capture card. You can screen cap or window cap or game cap, or whatever software you're using, absolutely everything. But if you're gonna be streaming newer games or console games, you're gonna need a capture card. I recently just bought the Elgato HD60 Pro, which there is a review of that coming soon, and I will link it in the description whenever that comes up so this video can be future-proof. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna need to HDMI in or whatever it is, but whatever the case is, you can go and get any capture card. They're all going to work. It depends upon how you want it to work. I spent the extra money to get the HD60 Pro so that there's no lag. I can plug in my PS4 and it shows up on my computer in the window, and I can play it seamlessly without any lag or any whatever. It literally is a live feed, which the only one that I'm aware of that does that is the HD60 Pro. I'm sure that there's some AverMedia ones that do that, but for an internal PCI Express slot card, that is supreme, and I've only owned it for a day at the point of recording this video. But if you use a different one, a Hauppauge HD PVR Gaming Edition 2, if you use the Elgato HD60, the old Elgatos that they have, the old whatever you're using, there's going to be a bit of a delay, and you're going to have to play with some settings in whatever software that you're using, which I am going to put in another part of this series, if you will. And I'm going to explain how to handle and combat that. I have an old Hauppauge HD PVR, the very first edition, the very first model that I have, that it's only got component in composites inputs and outputs, so it's old enough and it has enough lag that I can use that as an example to show you guys how that's going to work. Now, computer specs. You don't need a $2,000 computer to stream. I ran my stream on my old computer, which had an AMD FX 6300 and a Radeon HD 6670, I believe it was. It died and I upgraded it before I built the new computer. But what I'm getting at is you don't need to spend $1,000 to stream. The way that computer, my old computer, sits right now, I built it out on PCPartPicker.com, $575. That's all you need to get a computer that is more than sufficient at, I mean, it can play GTA 5 at medium to high quality graphics and still get a 30 to 60 frame rate consistently while streaming. Now, I'd like to point out the biggest component to streaming, or I should say the two biggest components to streaming, are your CPU and your upload speed for your internet provider. The more upload you have, the higher quality that you can send out, and it'll be more seamless with less lagging, less issues, less drop frames, stuff to that regard. And the CPU, you're going to need a decent one at the very least, because then you can encode that high quality to then be sent out through that high upload speed. So I don't suggest you spend most of your money if you're budgeting on a graphics card. Just get a graphics card that you can use that will play the games that you need to play. Work about your CPU next, because I use the AMD FX 6300 and it worked more than fine to get just a pretty good high quality 1500 kilobytes per second output to my stream at a 720 or 1080p setting. And it worked just fine. You can use the AMD FX 4300, that's like a $70 or $80 processor, and if you're not really going higher end at the moment, that is more than enough. You can easily build a streaming PC for $400 to $500 if you really budget and pinch your penny, but I suggest probably somewhere in the $600 to $800 range is going to be your sweet spot for a price to performance ratio. Now, software, you're going to need some software. You're going to need whatever capturing things you're using. So if you have a capture card, you're going to need the software that comes with it. If you're running a PC, maybe you can use other programs to capture the screen a little bit better, or to adjust some settings. Audacity, I don't think you can use that, never mind. But just whatever it is, you know, I have to use my EOS utility that came with the DSLR to get my DSLR working, just things along those lines. So in addition to that, you're going to need either OBS or XSplit or Shadow, NVIDIA, whatever, or everybody now and their mother has a streaming software, so find the one that works best for you. I personally use OBS, and it works the best for me. I can use my alerts on there. I have the CLR browser features. I have all sorts of stuff that I use that benefit me and make me use OBS more, and it is free, mind you, even though I have a lifetime license for XSplit. Haven't used it in probably 2 years, so just try some things out and see what program works best for the layout that you want your stream to be. And lastly for this video is you need a good attitude. Nobody will watch your stream if you're just bitching and moaning and you're complaining and this and that, or you're trying to raise money to pay for rent, or I've seen that done, by the way. And it's just, you gotta have a good attitude. You gotta be willing and ready to take the hit of time and money to not get anything back for a very long time. I've been streaming for 5 or 6 years now. I spent probably total about $5 grand on everything that I'm using for the streaming, and guess what? I'm not partnered. I get about 10 to 15 viewers a stream at the point of recording this video, but I've never been happier doing what I do because I love doing it, and I hopefully bring a good, entertaining attitude toward every stream every time I go live. So guys, if you're curious about more stuff like this video, let me know some questions that you have about streaming, what part you want to see next in the video. I have to do OBS/XSplit optimization, I have to do actual streaming settings, and there's a whole bunch of different parts that are going to be into this series, but I want to know what you guys want to see next. Like this video, be sure that you click that subscribe button, it helps me out a lot, and as always, feel free to follow my stream. If these tips helped you in any which way, or you learned a little bit from this video, check out my stream and give it a follow. That's where you'll see me most often, and yeah, so you have a good rest of your day. I just have to go relish in my new haircut and get ready to pick up my wonderful sweetheart at the airport tomorrow morning for a good lawn visit. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. You all have a wonderful rest of your day.